All right, we're here after hours at 101 Garage to show you the difference between these 1,000-pound motorcycle lifts from Harbor Freight. Not huge differences, but there's quite a few. This is the old model. That's the new model. We'll just go down through what I think is the differences, and we'll go from there. Please forgive my videos. I don't edit at this moment, and this is like my sixth video. So real quick, we don't use these. We use the wheel chocks from Harbor Freight. We'll do hopefully a video on that soon. We have several of them. They seem to work really well. So these are also from Pittsburgh, the same brand that makes these lifts. So this is what comes in the kit. On the old lift, these are square. This releases the pressure. This, of course, jacks it up. This is the rod that carries the load when you let the pressure off to not have the load on the jack. I would suggest doing that. I think it would last a lot longer. Again, all this stuff here comes with the new one. These will be different, these three items. This also will be different. This knob is, I'm not saying better, this is thicker, not by much, maybe it could be actually the same, but the knob is definitely different plastic, better or worse, I'm not sure. We don't use these. This is exactly the same. Again, we use the other wheel chocks. These wheels, these casters are pretty pitiful no matter which one you buy. If you're gonna roll it around, you may want to upgrade. Again, that's all the hardware. These wheels are actually larger, I'll try to measure them in this video, than these. The casters are the same size. We have them on the new lift, and we don't have them on the old lift. Please notice the platform, the mounting bracket. This is thicker, it's like a 1/2 inch. I don't really use these either. But this is one piece. Again, this is two pieces, and this is much skinnier. We're just trying to save money and possibly weight. Here's what you get with the new lift. This is square again with the support. These have rubber on them. This is already broken. We've only had it for 3 or 4 days. And this is the rod that carries the load. It's not painted, and it has that. Here's the wheel chock that comes from the factory. Again, it's different plastic, and it's harder. I don't know, it's probably about the same quality. I guess the biggest thing I want to mention is this removable plate is much better than the new lift. This plate has strength of around the whole perimeter. It has more strength. That one's just a bare piece of steel. You'll see. Also, it bears on the platform, on the base, so it bears here for weight. For strength. It's pretty nice. It goes in pretty easy. It goes either way. Not so bad. It's really strong. This one over here is not so strong. Has one piece here welded on, and now the rest is flat steel. It does have support here, but we find that if you come on and you do anything wrong, you push it, it actually goes into here. It'll actually go from here underneath, and it'll be stuck. It's a mess. So say you come up here and you put your brake on or anything, this will shove forward and this will go like that. And then it's like this. It's not good. We've had this happen 2 or 3 times in the 2 or 3 days we tried it out. Again, we really like the smooth transition from piece to piece, but if you do it wrong, this will pop up. Right here, this will pop up. If you put the weight here, you just do anything wrong, it'll do that. It's not good. I'm not saying it happens all the time. Possible user error, but it's happened a couple times. Not a big deal, I guess. Just be careful when you're pulling your bike up. When it comes to the ramps, not a big deal again. These come with holes in them with pins and washers. We use the ramps, but we do not use the pins and washers. So it may be a moot point to mention it. This one does not have any hole, does not come with a pin or any washers. Not a big deal. All right, this is how you jack it up. You just stick it on there. And here's also the release. A very nice release comparatively. So to jack it up, it's not so bad. So there it is jacked up. We're going to get a measurement of the height and also a measurement for when it's all the way down. Here's the new motorcycle lift. Again, these are rubber, not so bad. This is already broken. This isn't so bad. It's pretty low to the ground. Really low. Not sure that would matter. Works just fine. But if you want to put this on, again, it's broke after 2 or 3 days. There's a divot right here. I'm not really sure I understand that. There may be an adjustment. I never looked because this already broke. The weld already broke on the bolt. Here's the bolt. That's what you get. That's what you get to hold this on, which is always in the way. If that was the case, and this bolt had to go on that divot so it doesn't rotate, it's up at this angle. I'm guessing there's got to be some sort of adjustment. We're going to have to use vice grips. So this one jacking up, not a big deal. It actually works just fine. I don't think it has as much travel as that one, as the old lift. But it's doing fine. Hold on. So at the very highest point on the old lift, let's measure back here on a flat spot. It goes up to 30 inches. That's the base, 30 inches. This one here, the new lift goes up to 32 inches. That'll make sense because it's higher when it's down, I'm sure 2 inches. So this goes up to 32 inches. Sorry about that. This one goes up to 30 inches. Maybe if you're tall, you'd like the new lift. There they are both up. I want to mention that this is the difference inside. Here's the spring on the old lift with all this. Not a big deal, pretty nice. I feel like this is pretty strong. This isn't so bad. The new lift does have a larger piston than the old lift. Not sure why or why not. We'll see that in a second. The old lift has nothing underneath the channel, so you can set this on the ground if you'd like and get rid of the wheels completely. The new lift, you cannot do that. You have this in the way. Again, I don't know why you'd set it on the ground, but possibly you don't like it moving around on the wheels. This is the new jack. The spring's here, nothing here, and everything's over here. See, the piston's a lot larger. I'm not sure that's better or worse, but it is larger. Here's the way you release it, and it comes through all this to release the jack. I do want to mention on the new jack, this seems to be thicker metal and better, and so do these braces. These cross braces seem to be larger. The old one, it's still pretty strong. It's probably about the same, but these are skinnier. See, there's my thumb. Pretty decent size difference. This one goes up more erect. This one has more of an angle. To let them down, you push this. Very simple. The new one, again, could be fixed, but we're going to use vice grips. And it works like that when you can get a good grip on it. Sorry about that. So this whole thing has to move to lower it. Again, not a big deal. I just wish the thing wouldn't have broke. All right, I do not like the channel on this one, the new one. It only has one bend. Again, I think it's satisfactory, but the old one, you can't see it here, has two bends. See, the channel's different. Again, the bracing's smaller on the old, thicker on the new, on both ends. The wheels are smaller on the new jack. They're larger on the old jack. These are 3.5 inches on the old jack. And the new jack, they're like 2 3/4. This is the old jack going down, pretty decent speed. And the new jack goes down the same. So now for the measurement for down. This one is 6 inches. And this one all the way down is 8 inches. That probably explains the 2 inches taller, higher the new lift has over the old lift. Right here on the old lift, again, these are very easy to remove. The new lift is exactly the same. And again, this is the only part that's really, truly different. There's the mounting. And this is, you jack it up and you don't want to leave a load on it. So you put this rod through these two holes. You have two different heights. This one's pretty low. And then you take this and you let it down. So the weight's off the jack. Of course, to pull the pin out, you just jack it up a couple of times and just pull it out. And you can let it down. I'd just like you to know it takes 46 pumps to get the old lift to its full height. It takes 70 pumps to get the new lift to its height. It's a pretty big difference. Make your legs stronger if you have the new one. Let me get the, again, you cannot use this part number to get the old lift. It's the same part number, 68892 is the same part number for both lifts. So if you go to Harbor Freight and you say 68892, I want a motorcycle lift, you're most likely going to get the new one. Let me get the UPC code. That's what you're going to need to have to make sure what one is which. Hold on. Okay, on the old lift, UPC code is going to start out with the 7923. It's right here. 7923 is the first four numbers. This is on the older lift from Harbor Freight. On the new lift, the UPC code starts with 1931. It's right here. It's also on the outside of the crate. So it starts with a 1, not a 2. On wrapping this up, I'd like to mention we've had this other motorcycle lift for almost a year, which we'll do an update on after it hits a year. That's the old lift, not the new one. This also is 6 months old. This is an old lift also. I want to mention this one came fine, but we bought this one almost a year ago, and it actually had no oil in the jack at all. So it came dry. It works fine. Again, I highly recommend using the pin to take the weight off. I believe that makes them last longer, and also it won't bleed off and cause any issues, especially if you have some high dollar end bikes. So that's it here from 101 Garage. That's the comparison. I hope I did an okay job for you guys. If you like us, subscribe, leave a comment. If you need to email me, do 101GarageArizona@gmail. Also follow us on 101 Garage Arizona on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Check us out. Let us know what you think, what you want to see. We'll be doing garage or shop walks, garage walks pretty soon on each bike we have in our collection. Again, we want to do some tutorials on tools and some information that helps you guys out. Have a great night. Take care.